A surveillance detection route is designed to exactly that, detect surveillance for someone who believes they're going to be victimized, period. If at any time during a surveillance detection route you detect a threat, you immediately dial 911. Do not go home. Do not go to a known place. Go to a well-populated area, maintain your security, access any weapon systems you have, and stay on the phone with law enforcement. This is not designed to prevent detection. This is not designed to prevent being followed. This is designed so you can discover detection while you're driving or walking, period. Good day, this is Safety Man Corey Jones, safetyman.co, at safetyman on all social media. Today, especially for our female clients or anybody who's in potentially a high threat area or they feel that they might be victimized, it could be a global type situation where you are a high value target, a high value individual, when you're always at the potential of being robbed or kidnapped, or you could have a specific relationship situation where you have a significant other or ex-significant other who is attempting to harass, stalk, or injure you. Or finally, you could have just won a large sum of money at a casino, or you're coming from a jewelry store and you think somebody is trying to assault you. So today, we're going to talk about counter-surveillance driving. Counter-surveillance driving. So I'm in my car right now, got my phone stationary, I'm not handling it, I'm paying attention to the road. Most of the time at 2 and a 10, but we all know that we tend to relax a little bit, so I'm going to train like you play. I'm not going to give you tactics that you're probably not going to do. So with counter-surveillance driving, we're always paying attention. Just like in defensive driving, we're keeping a good distance between us and that vehicle in front of us. Extra distance. Pretend it's snowy or icy conditions. If people beep their horn at you, so what? Good news is if someone's beeping their horn at you, that person's not following you, trying to get you jammed up. Keep a good distance, so if that vehicle slams on its brake and it's part of a carjacking or a blocking unit to hem you in, you are able to stop safely and get around it. So keep a great distance, pretend it's winter conditions. Then that gives you the ability to scan 360 degrees and not worry about getting surprised by sudden brake lights in front of you. So part of that scanning 360 degrees, you're looking for cars. You're looking for cars that you've seen 1, 2, or 3 times. Cars that are changing lanes with you. Cars that are not passing you. Cars that are keeping up the equal speed with you. So right now I'm coming up to a red light. I'm keeping about a car distance and a half between me and the minivan in front of me. And there are no vehicles that got to my left lane of traffic. All of the vehicles are in the right lane of traffic. So that assumes that everybody who turns right at this light is going to stay in the right lane of traffic, and I should be in front of them. That could give them the good opportunity to then dip in back behind me. So we have time. Let's look at the cars. We've got a white SUV, a red SUV, gray minivan, gray SUV, Subaru, a white minivan behind me, a gray Lexus car, a black pickup truck. Then all the way back we have 2 more SUVs, gray and white. And now directly behind me, we do have another vehicle. It looks like a little Camry, gray in color. So we're just going to pay attention to those vehicles. So that right lane is moving up now. So some of the vehicles have passed me. The minivan passed me. The 2 SUVs passed me. The Lexus is passing me. And now the big pickup truck Z71 is coming up next to me with tinted windows. Okay, looking at the driver, doesn't appear to be making any kind of movements. And also got a municipal fire truck behind me. He's not going to take off fast, so anybody behind him is probably going to get jammed up in traffic. So this is just reading the situation as it appears. My light, my arrow is green. It's time for me to go. Always look left to make sure it's safe. I'm in the far left lane, so I go over 2 lanes and get over into the left lane, and I will be the second car stopped at this red light. Second car stopped at this red light. The fire truck went to the far left lane, so he's going to go past me and go left. I don't see any vehicles that are making a concerted effort to get directly behind me or next to me. I left a good area between me and the vehicle in front of me. Some of the vehicles around me I see are getting upset. They're giving me that look like, why are you so far away, bro? It's for safety reasons. So we're going to start the process over again. We're sitting at another stationary position, and we are looking to see which cars we might see again. Now, all this happened, this whole video took place in about a quarter of a mile. Okay, it's in a town where there's a lot of red lights right on top of each other, trying to limit or make sure that we can control the amount of traffic that's getting on a major highway at any one time. So you don't just have a giant influx of cars coming on that major highway. So in a little bit, what I'm going to show you is, and all of a sudden I need to get gas. So we don't want to make it an aggressive movement, but one way to find out if someone is following you, we're going to make a movement into a gas station, and we're actually going to stop and get just maybe $5 of gas. Okay, we're going to just maybe get $5 of gas. So it's safe. I can indicate, I can look, I can move over to my right, and then planning again, it's safe. I can indicate and I can move over all the way to the right lane because I know this gas station is up here. Okay, I'm watching to see if any other vehicles did that. I did see one white SUV that came over with me. So at the last minute, I'll indicate that I want to go ahead and get gas. The car behind me went. I'm watching the SUV. The SUVs continue to go. The pickup truck is continuing to go. So nobody came in with me to get gas. So I have to get into a position where I can immediately do 180 degrees and see if any of the vehicles behind me wanted to come and get gas. And the only vehicle that actually came in was a silver Hyundai SUV. So I'll pull up to a gas pump, drive around like I'm looking for a gas pump. Oh, I forgot which side my handle or lid is on. I'm continually driving around and keep eyes on that Hyundai SUV. So he's parking. It appears that he's going to go into the Wawa as a patron. So I'm going to pull up. No other cars came in. No other cars made me suspicious. So I'm going to go ahead and leave. I decided I don't need gas. Keeping an eye on that driver, seeing if he's about ready to leave, if his car goes into park or the reverse lights come on, none of which has happened yet. If he's watching me, if he's tracking me, he can clearly see that I'm about to leave this parking lot from where this gas station is. Now between us, we got another silver SUV that's going to be able to block. So it's going to make it harder for that potential vehicle to know exactly when I turn to go ahead and execute his move. So I'm going to do my best to make it hard. I'm going to wait till there's a lot of cars that are coming up. So when and if he does come out to follow me, he's going to have to fight through a lot of traffic. I'm not going to make it easy for him to get right up behind me. Now, the road that I'm going to get on is right here. So I'm going to execute a little bit of speed. The white SUV came out, silver SUV came out blocking. The other one that I thought may be suspicious did not come out. And no turn signal. I'm going to jump on my highway with no turn signal. There was no vehicles behind me. I didn't affect any traffic, didn't potentially make anything unsafe. All I did was just jump on this highway, and I'm going to pick the lane that's going to allow me to get through the toll system, easy pass, as quickly as possible. So I'm going to do that, keeping an eye on my rear view mirror. Still don't see that vehicle. Then I'm going to merge hard left. So I went through the easy pass that made it look like I was going to go south, merged hard left to go north. Okay, all things that somebody lost or not used to driving this would do. It doesn't look like I'm being evasive. Now, I've really whittled down the amount of cars that should be behind me from 5 minutes ago when I started. And looking back on the cars that are on this slow approach ramp, I don't see any cars that look like they were behind me before. So we can eliminate that there was any one specific car that followed me from my home to this highway. Doesn't mean that he couldn't follow me to a point and then pass me off to somebody else. That would be another lesson. We'll talk about how to get rid of that. But I just wanted you to see a basic surveillance detection route in the vehicle in real time under live conditions with nobody actually following you. So stay safe, be ready, and stay tuned for these safety tips with safetyman.co, at safetymanco, on all your social media. Stay safe.